In the present era, students are not only facing academic pressure but also the relentless onslaught of technology, social media, and countless other distractions. Many often promise themselves that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow they will wake up early, study diligently, exercise, read, and eat healthily. But when tomorrow arrives, everything repeats itself. They wake up late, feel tired, procrastinate, and end the day feeling disappointed. This situation is not an isolated case, it is an epidemic of our time, among young people. The underlying cause is not a lack of intelligence or capability, but rather a lack of discipline and a balanced, scientific study schedule. Students fail not because they are not smart enough, but because they don't know how to organize their time. A brain, no matter how sharp, will become sluggish if it doesn't get proper rest, rejuvenation, and a reasonable workload. This video will provide a deep analysis of the importance of building a scientific study schedule, pointing out the consequences of a lack of discipline, explaining why balance is more crucial than blind effort, and presenting a typical schedule that can help students improve their academic performance, protect their health, and shape their character. Through this, we will see that discipline not only improves academic results but also opens up a sustainable lifestyle, bringing inner freedom and long-term success. The lack of discipline in learning. A majority of students today tend to study on a whim. When they are motivated, they can stay up all night to cram for an exam, but when they lose motivation, they give up, immersing themselves in their phones or games. Social media apps like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook are designed to hijack their attention, causing students to spend hours scrolling mindlessly. Furthermore, many students have unbalanced study habits, focusing only on subjects they like or those they will be tested on, neglecting other areas. There are even many students who study just enough to get by, cramming right before exams, rote learning without a systematic approach. This lack of discipline in studying leads to serious consequences. Ineffective learning. Studying based on inspiration often lacks repetition and knowledge reinforcement, making it difficult for the brain to retain information long-term. Stress and fatigue. Staying up late, cramming, or multitasking between studying and scrolling disrupts the brain's circadian rhythm, leading to mental exhaustion. Declining health. Lack of sleep, little physical activity, and irregular eating habits increase the risk of obesity, depression, and a weakened immune system. Negative mindset. The repeated feeling of failure creates a sense of inadequacy, leading to anxiety and avoidance. From this, we realize, students don't just need to study more, they need to study smarter. And that scientific approach begins with building a balanced schedule. Discipline versus motivation. Why discipline is your true ally. Many still believe that studying requires motivation. But motivation is fleeting and emotional. In contrast, discipline is the framework that keeps us on track even when we lack inspiration. As James Clear wrote in Atomic Habits, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. A disciplined student will sit down to study at the same time every day, regardless of their mood. This regular repetition creates a positive momentum. In other words, discipline is the muscle of willpower, while motivation is just a temporary spark. An effective schedule isn't about cramming in 18 hours of studying a day. It's about a balance of studying, resting, exercising, and creating. Balance helps students protect physical health. Proper nutrition, sufficient sleep, and regular exercise help the brain function optimally. Nurture mental health. Creativity, entertainment, and sports reduce stress and prevent burnout. Foster holistic development. This leads to not only academic excellence but also life skills, creativity, and mental resilience. Balance doesn't mean dividing each part equally, but rather arranging them logically according to the human biological clock. The morning is prime time for deep thinking, the afternoon is suitable for practice, and the evening is for light creative work and preparing for rest. A scientific schedule for students. Morning, the golden hour for the mind. Wake up at a consistent time. 5:30 to 7 a.m. is the golden window, when the world is quiet with few distractions. This is when the brain is most ready to absorb new knowledge. Light and gentle exercise. Open the window, let natural light hit your eyes to help regulate melatonin and wake up your biological clock. Light exercise like stretching, push-ups, or a few yoga poses is enough to improve blood flow and oxygen to the brain. Eat breakfast and drink water. The brain consumes glucose while studying. A simple breakfast like oatmeal, eggs, or a banana along with enough water helps the brain maintain focus. Tackle difficult subjects. The principle of difficult work in the morning is based on circadian rhythm research. The morning is when the brain is at its most efficient for logical tasks and long-term memory. 1 hour of focused study in the morning is worth many hours of studying late at night. The Pomodoro technique, 50 minutes of focused work, followed by a 10-minute break. No phones, no multitasking. During the break, stand up, drink water, and look into the distance instead of scrolling social media. Afternoon, active learning and practice. Participate in class. Don't passively copy notes. Transform knowledge into your own language through active note-taking and summarizing. Ask questions. The brain remembers better when it interacts with knowledge. Asking questions to teachers or yourself is a way to turn passive learning into active learning. Eat a smart lunch. Avoid greasy lunches that cause sleepiness. Eat moderately, combining vegetables, protein, and slow-digesting carbs. Take a short nap. A 15 to 20-minute nap or a short walk is a reset button for the brain. Many studies show that short naps improve working memory and creativity. Practice application. The afternoon is when the body is more tired, making it suitable for practical activities, doing homework, practicing problems, writing essays, or making flashcards. This is not the time for heavy theoretical memorization but for reinforcing knowledge through action. Evening, exercise, creativity, and light review. Exercise. After a long day, the body can feel sluggish. A run, playing a sport, or even dancing can improve circulation and reduce stress. Physical activity also helps the brain release dopamine and endorphins, leading to feelings of happiness. Creative time. Students need time to nurture hobbies, journaling, drawing, playing an instrument, coding, or cooking. This is not a waste of time, but a way to balance, helping the brain rest from academic pressure. Light review. The evening is not suitable for new learning, but for consolidation, reviewing notes, doing a few easy exercises, or summarizing content. This habit helps transfer short-term knowledge into long-term memory. Plan for tomorrow. Before bed, write down 3 to 5 specific tasks for the next day. This reduces anxiety and helps the brain rest peacefully. Night, sleep and rejuvenation. Avoid screens. 30 minutes before bed, avoid blue light. Instead, read a book, listen to relaxing music, or meditate. Quality sleep, 7 to 8 hours. Harvard research shows that lack of sleep significantly reduces grades and memory retention, and can even prevent long-term memory formation. Scientific mechanism. Sleep is when the brain cleans house, removing unnecessary information, while strengthening neural synapses to store knowledge. In other words, studying without enough sleep is like writing a document without hitting save. The proof of discipline. Numerous studies show that exercise helps with the growth of new nerve cells, neurogenesis, in the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory. Einstein maintained a habit of long walks to relax and think creatively. Bill Gates emphasizes his strict reading schedule and dedicates quiet time each day for reflection. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, proves that focused work during specific time slots is many times more effective than prolonged multitasking. The brain needs an average of 21 to 30 days to form a habit. So, students can start with waking up at the same time for 7 days. Adding 10 minutes of morning exercise the following week. After 2 weeks, applying Pomodoro to a difficult subject. Gradually, the entire schedule will be completed. No need to change everything at once. What's important is consistency. A small habit maintained daily is better than a big plan that is abandoned. No one can study for a student. Teachers and parents are only companions. The student themselves is ultimately responsible for the outcome. And self-discipline is the most sustainable source of motivation. A balanced study schedule not only helps improve grades but also nurtures health, mindset, and character. Students need to understand that discipline is more important than motivation, and that the balance between studying, resting, exercising, and creating is the key to long-term success. Let's start with small habits. Wake up 30 minutes earlier, drink enough water, study for 50 focused minutes, exercise for 20 minutes, and write in a journal for 5 minutes before bed. In 30 days, these small things will transform into a new lifestyle. This is not just advice, but a call to action. Students, take the initiative to build a scientific schedule for yourselves starting today, for your own future and for the ones you love. Thank you to everyone for taking the time to watch this video. I wish you all good health, happiness, and every success in life. To give our channel more motivation to grow and bring you more meaningful messages, we truly hope to receive your support. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you find the content helpful. All of your feedback is incredibly valuable, so please leave your comments below. We will listen and strive to improve every day. Thank you very much.